And good evening and welcome to the Lilly Roddy Show, coming to you from Houston here on YouTube. So glad to have you with me this evening. I'm going to be talking about the daily forecast for Sunday, November the 24th through November the 30th. And of course, I hope everyone is having a really good holiday time with their family and their friends during this week. And it seems that we're going to have some cold weather here in Houston for Thanksgiving and Hanukkah, which falls on the 28th this year. And normally here in Houston it rains or it's muggy on Thanksgiving anyway, so we're not, although on Christmas it tends to be sunny and about 80. Anyway, this is a fairly intense week with lots of tension, especially building for the 27th and the 28th. More likely that the 27th, the evening of the 27th and the morning of the 28th are likely to be a little bit more edgy and maybe harder to deal with. But in the long run, the evening of the 28th, which is Thanksgiving in Hawaii, and Hanukkah, then the evening will be better. You just want to make sure that you are with people that you really want to be around, and if you're not, that you have a good exit strategy so you won't feel trapped. And coming up in December, I'll be doing my holiday lecture series that I do every year. I do 3 financial lectures. One I do on the Dow Jones. I do another one on the USA chart, and then finally the Houston chart. So I'll be doing these 3 lectures in December, December 4th for the Dow Jones lecture, December 11th for the USA chart, and then December 18th for the Houston chart. Each lecture starts at 7 p.m., and we're going to go until 8:30 p.m. The cost for each lecture is $25, or you can purchase all 3 of my lectures for $60. And, of course, you can purchase the CD after the lecture if you're unable to attend. All lectures will be held at Lilly's little lecture hall, of course, which is my current office location. And, of course, if you have any other questions, please feel free to contact the Lilly Roddy Show at AOL.com. And while you're on the Internet, please check out our other sites, thelillyroddyshow.com, where you can find my daily forecast, monthly and yearly forecast coming up. And, of course, you can always find us on Twitter, Lilly Roddy Show on Twitter, on Facebook, and especially on Pinterest. Really beautiful pictures there that the producer puts together. So let's get to our daily forecast. Sunday, November the 24th, the moon is in fiery Leo throughout the whole day. The moon squares Saturn at 2:59 a.m. Let's just hope you're asleep at this time. Otherwise, you're going to be worrying about your financial security. The moon does go void, of course, at 2:59 a.m., right after this moon-Saturn aspect, and, of course, is void, of course, until 6:11 a.m. on Monday. So essentially this means the moon is void all day on Sunday. And of course this is a very long void, of course, time. Overall, this is a much better day to relax and retreat from the daily grind rather than trying to put yourself in it. And of course this is even more emphasized as the sun squares Neptune at 11:53 on Sunday morning. And really this is the perfect day for daydreaming, exploring your fun and creative side, getting out of your rut, or just really an ideal day for napping. Monday, on November 25th, the moon enters analytical Virgo at 6:11 a.m. Moon, which would give us a little bit more stability. However, the moon does oppose Neptune at 11:21 a.m. So I'm going to say that's planned for an early lunch that extends into the late afternoon. We are all extra psychically sensitive today. And this is a great time for meditation, a peaceful environment, lovely music, or just some me time. This is also a good time of reflection and not the best of times to conduct business. The moon squares the sun at 1:28 p.m. You are feeling the pull to get back into your already scheduled agenda. The afternoon gets better and you are more focused. Mercury does conjunct Saturn at 7:55 p.m., a time that favors detail work and extreme focus. A very different reflection than we had in the morning. This is a very good energy. These energies, Mercury conjunct Saturn, are very good for planning, scheduling, editing your book, or replacing some of your office equipment. You may find that your day gets more productive the later it gets. And, of course, this Mercury conjunct Saturn is in effect all day. On Tuesday, November 26th, Moon continues in efficient and effective Virgo. Moon trines Pluto early in the morning, 1:56 a.m. We're able to process our emotions more easily. Well, you probably do this in your dreams. Good night for dream work. We can look into the dark and not be so afraid. Moon sextile Saturn, 2:42 p.m. in the afternoon. This is a perfect afternoon for meeting, planning sessions, or just getting things in order at your home. Moon sextiles Mercury, 4:55 p.m. Your communication and your diagnostic skills are at their best. This is a great time to explain and explore detail. Moon trines Venus, 6:39 p.m. We are feeling good with ourselves and those around us. A nice evening for dinner, a movie, particularly with someone special. Moon sextiles Jupiter, 8:50 p.m. Our heart is much more open this evening. This is a good aspect for seeing the big picture and planning for expansion, or just getting away from it all. Really a great evening just to step away from our routines. On Wednesday, November the 27th, the Moon starts the day in compulsive Virgo. And having Moon in Virgo, I certainly know what compulsive Moon in Virgo is. The Moon conjuncts Mars at 5:44 a.m. on Wednesday morning. You'll need an outlet for this, for your emotions. This is a great time for a run, a walk, doing some activity around the home. Much, much better than road rage. Take your time this morning. The Moon does go void, of course, at 5:44 a.m. and will be void, of course, until 4 p.m. that day when the Moon enters partnership-oriented Libra. Keep your expectations today realistic and you will do just fine. However, when the Moon enters Libra at 4 p.m., we will feel much more connected to the people around us. Mercury sextiles Venus, 8:45 p.m. 8:45 p.m. That's a nice aspect. What a great aspect to have the night before Thanksgiving. This will make all of the planning and prepping for tomorrow's events all the better. People are open, friendly, and chatty. Enjoy this Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve. Thursday, November the 28th, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Hanukkah. The Moon continues her path through relationship-oriented Libra all day. This is going to make us want to be more interactive with the people around us. And really, this should be really good for Thanksgiving Day. Mercury trines Jupiter at 1:24 a.m. for the holidays. This is a great time to be flying, traveling, and our buoyancy is strong, and we're just excited to be alive with this Mercury trine Jupiter. And, of course, this aspect is in effect all day, even though it starts early in the morning. Moon sextiles the Sun at 3:42 a.m., a great night for dreaming. This should give us a restful night. In the morning, Venus opposes Jupiter at 6:01 a.m. We're up early, and we are ready for the holiday spirit. And you're more than ready, really, to catch up with the rest of your family members and to really engage. This is also, because of Venus affecting Jupiter, connecting with Jupiter, this is also a very good time for travel as well. So it looks like we have some good travel energies for Thanksgiving the day before and even the day after. Later in the morning, the Moon opposes Uranus at 8:09 a.m. Our brain is up early this morning, and we are moving at lightning speed. Slow down some and enjoy the day. Don't let your agenda make you feel trapped. Moon squares Pluto at 10:42 p.m. This can be an emotionally stressful time if you're putting too much pressure on yourself for this day for you to be perfect. Keep things in perspective. It's dinner. The rest of the day should move along smoothly as we get through this moon making contact with the ongoing Pluto-Uranus square, which has been going on and will go on until about the end of 2015. So eventually we'll be out of that, but we're a ways from that. Friday, November the 29th, the moon continues in Libra as our morning starts. Moon squares Jupiter at 3:56 a.m. This could make you wake up early this morning. It's a good time for a workout or even an extra Danish or both. Moon squares Venus 5:14 a.m., another early aspect. Now this one is much better for snuggling up to that someone special in your bed. The moon is void, of course, after 5:14 a.m. Enjoy the day, follow the pace, don't push your own agenda too much. The moon enters sarcastic Scorpio at 10:03 p.m., and we're very much more connected to our emotions. But the moon entering Scorpio sort of comes later in the day, and won't give us enough energy for us to do something with. However, on Saturday, November the 30th, the moon is flowing through watery Scorpio all day. The moon trines Neptune at 2:39 a.m. Really, this is a perfect aspect for sleeping. Moon trine Neptune, 2:39 a.m. Later in the afternoon, the sun trines Uranus at 12:25 p.m. We are very energetic today. Our brain function is working extra quickly. It's a great day for problem solving, introducing new products, or really just enjoying the day with your friends. This aspect can make us feel a bit edgy and may make us feel very restless and not sleep too well also. This aspect, Sun trine Uranus, is in effect all day. The moon sextiles Pluto at 3:34 in the afternoon. If you're wanting to take some time to really understand a complex problem, this is the perfect time for this with moon sextile Pluto. A perfect time for untangling a knot. Conversations are serious, but fruitful. The evening is nice, but you will need some sort of agenda. So that does cover our entire week coming up. I hope you'll all have a great holiday. And I want to thank you for joining me here on the Lilly Roddy Show. I hope you join me next week when I have the forecast for December 1st through December 7th. And of course, this is the Lilly Roddy Show here on YouTube, and reminding you to keep those stars in your eyes. Good night.